So hello and welcome to another episode of Test Drive Thursday. Today we are driving the Mack Superliner that has been adapted for ATS. Now, I believe this is a Australian truck and was first introduced by Mack Trucks in 1977. Now, I believe this is one of the earlier models of the Mack Superliner. I just think it looks cool. It's a classic truck, and we haven't really had any well done classic trucks in ATS, and from what I can see so far, I mean, just look at the detail on the seats. They're dirty. It's everything. Just the detail that has gone into it is superb. Just wait until you see the options they say you can change. So first of all, let's start this thing up and head over to the upgrade shop. Okay then, so here we are in the upgrade shop. So you can either have a day cab or a sleeper cab, which, as you can see, adds this rather boxy sleeper piece on the back. I mean, just look at the detail down here. It is superb. The Mack logo on the back. You can see the bed in the back. It's so cool. Looks a bit tight though, I do have to say, but honestly, I am blown away by the amount of detail on this mod. It is, I have to say, it's the most detailed mod I have ever tested. Most detailed and high quality, that is. I mean, just honestly, it's amazing. Right, over to the chassis. There's only one chassis that you can go for. Engines ranging from some V8s in here, Cummins engines, but this truck did come with the Mack EA7 engines, or EA9 V8s. So the EA7s were 6-cylinder engines and the EA9s were V8s, so I'm guessing these are the E9s. So you got some there. 720 brake horsepower, that's quite a lot. 500, 450, so those are your realistic engines if that's what you want. So the Eaton Fuller transmissions were manual, but it also came with Allison transmissions, which were auto. So you got quite a few range in there. Interestingly, you got a 12-speed in here. You don't usually see that with Australian and American trucks, but got some cool ones in there with or without the retarder. You can change the interior. You can either have it with or without that little TV box or sat nav. Down here you can change all the colours. You can see not much to choose from. You can have a custom colour if you so wish. You can go a bit wacky with it. But yeah, you can have custom colours. It would be nice to have some custom skins though, I have to say. But onto the options. Now this is where it gets a bit interesting. Just look at the amount of dots. So let's start down here. I'll try not to go through every single one. So you can change bull bars. You can add plates on there. As you can see here, you can add some eyelashes around the lights, which is a nice little detail I find, either with, there we go, one single piece or two. You can add some mud flaps with different designs on, or no design on. Here, and we've done them lockers, just like an extra fender piece or wing piece around there. Looks kind of nice, I have to say. With or without the logos, they're quite nice, I have to say though. There's lots of bug shields to go for. You can either have this chrome glass or blue glass one, which is I'm not too sure about it. If you're going for something like a blue paint job, if we just get a metallic colour on here, it may work. Like something like that. That possibly could work, but no, not for me. I have to say, not a big fan of that blue one. You've got your normal hood mirrors here, as they're called. They're quite sort of flat fenders as well, I have to say. But you can see all the way through the engine, through the grille, which is really, really cool. So hard to see what dots you've done them. Right, you can change the colour of the chassis, either with go for a black one here or red. I don't usually really go for the red. I don't like the way it looks, but you can see like the tank mounts here, but the black does look really, really menacing and nice. There's the inside options, quite a few inside options. It has been moved from ETS, so these are sort of the portable navigator and stuff, but they don't work. Unfortunately, I've got to find the right dot again. There we go. So you can either have an air filter, or filter 1 or filter 2 is it called. They do look rather nice. Inline arrow, too sure what that is. Those are your sun shields or sun visors, whatever you want to call them. Chrome shine, colour shine, painted. That is rather nice though, with the Mac logo in, with chrome. Looks very cool and fits in with all this down here. I don't think you can change the bumper here with the lights. You can see they do light up. They are a bit dim, but it's nice to have them anyway. Only one option for the mirrors, chrome or nothing. Right, that's the chassis. To change your tank colour if you want. No, that does support the metallic colour. Usually when you get painted tanks it doesn't support it, but with this you can see the metallic sort of flake in it and it looks great. Don't usually see that, so it's nice and refreshing. Now this is a cool option. Now I do like this. If you move those quickly, you can see it adds these reversing lights. I'm not sure if they're going to be very bright or not. I haven't tested them out, but they look like a good idea and they are pretty awesome. Antenna, you can have some smoke as well, which is rather cool. Obviously it doesn't turn off when you turn the engine off, but nice to see it. You've got your usual wings, bumpers at the back I think. Oh, not too sure what that is. Yeah, there you go. Look at that. And then I believe you can also change it. Just change that there. Have a different style, or no. I think that's mostly it for the options. If we just come down here to the wheels now, it does come with custom wheels, as you can see. Let's go through a few of them. 8 in total, sorry. You could put the normal ones on, but they don't fill the arches properly. You really do want to have these on, and they are really nicely done. I have to say, you can't change the. Oh, you can't. Oh, you can. I didn't think you could change them then. Let's change that. There you go. But I do like the chrome one, that one there. Only one sort of wheel option that fits it. As you can see, Continental. They're not the best looking tyre model, but they're alright. Interior, you can't really add anything, as you can see. You can change those to black. Now, if you are running on a sort of lower spec PC, you might want to have these to black. That will save your frame rate a bit. Now, I do think it looks better black anyway. It does look more classy chrome, I guess, but you can't really add much else. But yeah, just look at the detail. It's superb. It really, really is. But anyway, now I'm going to show you a time lapse of me building this truck to my spec. So I've gone with this sort of dark blue with the chrome, and I think it looks so good, so classy and traditional. I really do like it. From the exhaust stacks, just the detail on them, the orange lights really sort of reflect lightly, and I do love, if we just come up here, I do love that, how the Mac logo lights up. You see that? That's gonna look so good. I'll probably, if I remember, I'll show you that at night, or at the end. Well, we could do it now, so G set time, something like, I don't know, 22, 10 PM. Turn that on. That looks so good, just the orange. And also, I just wanted to check out to see if the reversing lights work very well. They do light up, as you can see, but not very much. And I have to say, I've noticed that sort of the main lights, I mean that's on full now, they're not that bright. Well, they do show up bright, but looking at there, they don't look very bright. See the indicators there, so you got sort of a older style than the LED on the side. They do look good. I mean, just the detail, again, is absolutely unbelievable, and even to the inside. Let's get back in, turn it off. We'll go through all of the dash information now and everything. So down, just reset Trackir. So down there you've got all sort of amp, oil pressure, water temperature. We'll just start this thing up. Sounds pretty cool, doesn't it? I love that sort of drill noise. I don't know, it's really cool. I don't know why my Trackir's being weird. There we go. I think it was on sensitive mode or something. And then you've got the RPMs, which is times 100 opposed to times 1000, which is usually what it is. So I'm not too sure where the eco zone is. Again, like, res up to about 2700. It does sound beastly. Just listen. But then you have got the speedometer, which is in kilometers an hour because it's an Australian truck. Over there you got fuel, some air pressures, oil temperatures. Quite a them are repeated, which is a bit of a shame. Then you've got the lights, as you can see there, high beam. I presume the bottom one is the brake. Can't really tell, but you can see the brake moving. Or the lever to move the brake moving there. Got the gear stick, which is a Eaton Fuller gear stick. I do recognise that, I think. I believe that's an 8-speed. So you can see your clutch pedal down there. I'm not sure what my Trackir was doing. Kind of hard to see around. I might go into free cam. This may be easier. Turn the engine off. You've got the sort of aircon temperature. Then you got the vents down there, which is unusual. And then these seats, they look rustic and used. You don't usually see that, which is really different. And then back here, I mean, it's like this little cool little box, isn't it? It's awesome. And then just that view, it looks really nice. But the detail on those seats are unbelievable. And again, just look at the quality. That looks real. I'm not joking. And it's scaring me how realistic this thing is. But anyway, enough of looking around the cabin. Let's start this thing back up again. And get going. So yeah, I'm just going to leave the time on 10 o'clock. Just found a job in store for us down here. But with the people weather mod, I have to say, even at 10 at night, it's still pretty light, but it does get dark quickly. Whoa, that's cool. That's 720 brake horsepower from this thing. Let's see how quickly we can get up to speed. That's 70 kilometers an hour, 80, 90, 100, already up to 60 miles an hour. It just sounds so good. Oh, I just love that. And then it sort of burbles on the overrun. But here we are. at the rail export place, I believe. So if we go to freight market here, so we've got live cattle. Now it does look like a really nice trailer, this. The black and the blue and the chrome should go together really, really nicely. Let's try and spin this thing around. Obviously we've got all the mirrors available. They are on some weird tilt, I have to say though. On anyway. They're quite a narrow field of view, these mirrors on the side. You can't really see those lighting up, those reversing things. They don't really help, to be honest. Oops. There we go. Look at that. Pretty tall. I have to say though, either this trailer's really tall or this truck is not very. See the cattle inside though, look at that. But anyway, let's get going. Let's get on the road. Going left. Lots of blind spots, especially with those massive air filters on the side. You've really got to be careful. But it's 720 brake. I mean, how heavy is this trailer? 16 tons of live cattle. Obviously this wouldn't be very safe to have cows flying about in the back, but yeah, it's only a simulator. Where's that guy? Oh, I've got my high beam on, that's why. Oh, it's so nice to drive, I have to say. It's one of the best sort of simulation of any truck really. It just feels like it's a challenge to drive, which many trucks in this game that have been modded haven't, so I haven't really sort of got that feeling before from any of the mods, which is nice to have a bit of challenge from time to time. But yeah, this Mack engine, so good. One thing that I would like to have, I can't seem to find it if it is here, it would be nice to have a sort of maybe just a digital gear shift indicator. Just currently we don't have one at all. Obviously I can look down on my shifter if I wanted to, but it's always nice to have a digital one, maybe one next to the sat nav. It'd be nice, it's like an interior option or something, but it just adds to the character of it, not knowing what gear you're in. But anyway, I'm going to start talking a bit more about the history and the sort of facts behind this truck. Once we've gone on to the interstate, freeway, whatever you want to call it. Alright, so we're on. So it's 80 speed limit. Right. Hey Siri, what is 80 miles an hour in kilometers per hour? I think it's about 120. Right, Siri's loaded. 128.75. So it only goes up to 120 kilometers an hour, so I guess we just rested on there. Right, that's in 10th gear now. And it can't get much more than that, right. There we go, we're about 120. Turn the cruise control on. I don't know if this thing has cruise control, but I've turned it on anyway. So yeah, the Mack Superliner was introduced in 1977 to replace the Mack RW, or the R Western model. It was a Class 8 truck, which I believe stands for 15 tons or over. I'm not too sure on that, so if anyone of you knows any more information, I'd really be interested in finding that out. And then in 1985, Mack Trucks introduced or came out with the Superliner 2. Now I do believe this is the Superliner 1, so it's more of a classic truck, and you can see that inside. It's probably represented, or maybe that's why the mod author went with sort of dirty seats to show its age. Because as I said, you don't get that often. You just feel like you're driving new trucks all the time, even classic ones. So as I said, it's nice to see that. They came out with some special editions, or series. Well, they made a series of special edition 85 Mack Superliners. They were called the Magnum, these special editions. They all had Mack E9 400 to 500 brake engines, and they also had a red interior, which is pretty unique. And there you go, that's some history behind it. They still do make these, I believe, along with the Mack Titan. But yeah, it's an Australian truck. I don't know how it is. Right, this is a question. How many Australian trucks are there? Or truck manufacturers anyway? Is it just Mack trucks, or is it someone else as well? Because I'd really like to know, but let's have a look outside quickly. Look at that, Mack. Look at the blue in here as well. That looks really splendid. But yeah, a quick review of the mod. I have to say, sort of the driving characteristics, the truck leans quite a lot. And I don't know why, from the outside, it doesn't look like it's leaning that much. It looks quite flat, but if I just keep my head straight, I don't know. It just feels like it's leaning. But you have to agree, just the detail of this mod is superb. Like, there's nothing else like it. And I have to say it's the best ATS mod I've came across yet. Just the detail, the quality of the things that you can add. I love the sort of bulldog on the front. It's really easy to line up with the lanes actually. But yeah, it's a great mod, and I really recommend you downloading it. Once again, as ever, if I got the sort of incorrect link or anything, please do tell me, but the link that I found to this mod is in my mod spreadsheet, and the link to my mod spreadsheet is in the description below. But free mod, it's great. Little thing to drive around. But you can make it a workhorse and a show truck. I mean, this is more of a show truck really, but that's what I like to go on really. Can you make it a show truck, and can you make it a workhorse? If you can answer yes to those in the customization, they've done a good job on it. Let's use a high beam here. See, the high beam's fine, but from the outside, just look at it. Looks a bit dim. It's really weird. But that engine note is superb. I really do like it. But here we are at the farm. Let's see what it's like to reverse, especially at night time. I have to say, I'm trying to get used to those indicators only being on the right. It's kind of cool having those little bank of information, or logos, or little notices there, but it is quite confusing with the indicators sometimes. Let's turn this thing around. Right, this is always a difficult parking spot. Very big wheel. Look at the size of it. It's huge. Right, how many reverse gears we got? 2. It's fine. Let's park these cows up. Right, I don't know if I've done this a bit too... I don't know if I messed this up. Like, you can't look that far back though. I have to say, look, you can look there, but you can't look fully right. It's a bit weird. It's a bit too quick. Put it in with the reverse gear. Well, I have to say that's probably one of the best reverses I've ever done. Right, let's turn it off. That's a super easy truck to reverse. Wow, look, the mirrors are pretty good. It's quick to respond. I like, it's not the straightest reverse, but it was in first time. I didn't have to adjust it or anything, but 11 grand. Let's just make it daytime quickly. But there we go, that is the Mack Superliner. If you've enjoyed this video and enjoyed seeing this truck, please do click that like. I would massively appreciate that. And if you got this far, well, you must have liked it, or some part of it anyway. But anyway, thank you for watching. If you got this far, as I said, massively appreciated. But yeah, this Mack Superliner is awesome. Just the detail is so good. But anyway, thank you for watching, and goodbye. Ready for the horn? See you guys.